Hello, everybody. Welcome. It is your favorite friend and caster here. It is Filthy Rake. I am joined by my one and only partner in crime here in the Starcraft 2 casting community. It is Freedom. How's it going, Freedom?
Hey, just don't call me Robin. Uh, yeah, so this will be a cool match, man.
Yeah, so tonight, guys, we have KenjiMuyo up against KriMiNaL. This will be a random versus a Terran on Catalina. Should be a pretty crazy game. Now, Uh, I don't think these two players have played each other before in any of our seasons, have they?
Nope. And not only that, criminals like, what? You're going random? Oh, so he's like double whammy. He doesn't know the guy and it's random.
Should be a pretty exciting matchup then.
Yeah, but I still favor criminal here.
Yeah, I mean it's it's always difficult as a random player to prepare a large number of good builds, but the players appear to be ready, so we will go ahead and get started. Simon, what do you expect? Do you think that KenjiMuyo is likely to bust out some sort of cheese because it's a little bit easier as a random player, or do you think that KriMiNaL will respond that way?
No, criminal never cheeses. I've never seen him cheese. That doesn't mean he won't. There's not a first time he'll do it. Kenji will probably do a timing, not a pure cheese, but like maybe a one or two base timing.
Interesting. So let's see here. Of course, in the left center position, as the blue Terran, it is KriMiNaL. And his opponent in the upper right-ish corner, we'll call it, as the orange, also spawning as Terran here, it is KenjiMuyo.
Yeah, so he spawns as a Terran, which is actually good for him because, in my opinion, the worst matchup for Criminal is versus Terran. Just because I've seen, he's not familiar with a Terran player, he can lose 0 and 3, like he did to Hurt in Time, even though Hurt in Time was up, at Platinum versus Diamond. But then once he figured out Hurt in Time, he started to win against him. So I think that familiarity, is good for Ken.
Yeah, TBT is frequently kind of a strange matchup.
Yeah, I misspoke. I mean, that lack of familiarity is good for Ken.
Yeah. Okay, so both players, let's see. So we've got gas first for KenjiMuyo.
Yeah, really fast. No
Uh,
racks yet.
yeah, with
There it is.
a much more traditional barracks first for KriMiNaL. And I mean, from here, both players are in a fairly similar position, but you'll notice, of course, that KenjiMuyo does have a large amount of gas built up, where KriMiNaL has more minerals, just due to that difference in their opening.
Yeah, he even closed. Did you see that? He closed
Yep, he's
with
not
the.
even finishing the building. He just started it so that it would be walled off,
Yep.
so the scout can't get through and see the gas timing.
Yeah, that's a good move. And he's getting a lot of gas, so I'm thinking fast factory, but who the heck
It's
knows?
got to be. The problem is, though, this wall isn't going to really do him any good because there is a Reaper coming out from KriMiNaL
That's
that
true.
will get this scout without any real difficulty.
Yeah, Ken also has his Reaper coming out. They'll probably meet up at the same time. Ken is also there's the factory on the left. I wonder if he'll float that down.
Yeah,
That's why he put it at
he's
the very left.
definitely. Well, I think he's just trying to hide it. He's putting it there so that a scan will easily miss it, and even a Reaper that jumps in won't necessarily go right over there.
Yeah, especially when it encounters Ken's Reaper.
Yep, first Reaper is out,
Let's
moving
see how they
across
meet
the
up.
map.
They're gonna meet. Hello.
Yep, there they are.
And he
Oh, and he
runs
goes
right into the
straight
factory
to
right
it.
away. Yeah. Well, Ken just basically led him into it.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
but he responds with a command center. He's like, "What are you gonna do?" I'll do the exact opposite. I won't make units. I'll add a reactor and I'll build a command center.
That,
That's pretty ballsy.
yeah.
Second Reaper coming out.
Yeah, and following it up with his own factory as well. Starport, of course, coming down now for KenjiMuyo. This is actually
Oh.
interesting. He might not be really heavily using the factory here. This could just be like a rush to a Banshee.
Yeah, with especially with that tech lab.
Yep,
Which I
Reaper,
like.
oh god, just passes right by the double Reapers from Ken. Is going to get a scout
Ken,
of absolutely
yeah,
everything.
Ken's not denying this properly.
Oh, look at that
Oh, but look at
surround.
that! Wow, nice job.
Yeah,
Now,
now that's not actually. You'll notice he screwed up his mining. He hasn't. None of his workers are mining. Oh God,
oh
Ken!
no,
Ken!
he clicked and then he didn't look.
Oh God, Ken!
Oh
Ken,
man.
notice! Notice!
Oh, it might just end right there. It's too long now. Well, it's actually better that he dies. His Reapers die. That way he can look back and see what the heck.
Oh God, he still
Look at that.
hasn't noticed.
Oh my gosh. See,
Okay, there we
give him
go.
I was about to give him a compliment right before that, saying, "Hey, Ken was a part of a Warcraft 3 pro team, blah blah blah." And that's not
That was so
obviously
long,
that's not.
and he's supply blocked.
Well, yeah, that's everything.
I don't
will
think. There we
just
go. He does a supply drop to get unblocked there.
yeah.
He is going straight for the Banshee with Cloak, but of course, there's already a missile turret.
Yep.
So this is not going well for KenjiMuyo at this point.
Yeah, the longer the game goes, I just don't favor him. His macro isn't really great. From what I've seen, that doesn't mean he can't improve. But as of right now, the first 2 weeks of being back in the game, it's just not there.
Yep, and a big drop being loaded up here, heading into Ken's base from KriMiNaL. There are some Marines out, but there's more Marines for KriMiNaL and a medevac to heal them. So this drop actually should do a fair bit of damage, especially with this Banshee moving out. He's going to actually need that at home to defend, or he could just straight up lose to this drop right here and now.
Yeah. Surprisingly, he's up in workers too. That's too bad. And here's the drop. Let's see how fast he notices.
There he
He's
goes,
gonna
pulls the
attack.
workers.
He's
He
got
doesn't
some
really have a
Marines.
choice.
He's kind of clogged up there too.
Yep, and I mean he's doing an okay job. He should actually clean this up.
Yeah.
Some nice worker micro though, or not worker, some nice micro in
Yeah.
general though from KriMiNaL. Gets out with 2 of his units,
Terrible micro with the Banshee for Ken. He loses it. So that's it. And then
and none
Ken
of
does.
his workers are mining again.
Yeah, he's just not playing well at all. So
Oh,
I mean,
Ken.
that's just too bad. The ideas are there, but he's only 5 workers behind. But that's gonna get worse with the extra command center for KriMiNaL.
Yeah, this is definitely a rough situation here.
Yeah, it's the little things, man. If you're playing a mechanically inclined game race like Terran, cannot be screwing up those things.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Ken doesn't have the resources, right? Like he still doesn't have an expansion. He's just now beginning one.
Yeah, he's trying to harass with this Banshee at the 10-minute mark is pretty,
He's actually getting a little bit of work done. Hopefully, he hold positions the Banshee.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad.
I mean,
The worker
3
worker
kills.
number is the same. KriMiNAL's had enough of it. He's like, there's no way you have anything at home. I'm gonna go for you.
Yeah, I mean this is good decision. A couple of good kills here, which is fantastic.
Ken keeps taking Banshees. He made another one, so that's good for him, actually.
The problem is he's sending them all out, and he's gonna need them at home to defend.
Yeah, he didn't have any units outside to see if any forces are coming, and now he will see it.
Yeah,
And
there's a tank in your base.
Time to go home, buddy.
And I mean, unfortunately,
He's gonna send one Banshee home,
there's
but
only 14 army supply for Ken versus 35 for KriMiNaL.
those 2 Banshees though can clean this up, man. If
Well,
he
then
gets them home.
he does have Cloak, so...
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and he had to cancel that. I don't think he was able to finish the tank, or he canceled the tank, so he lost that. He
No, he
lost the
can. He
tank.
should be able to snipe. Oh, so close.
Look at this. Now micro. This is all about micro now. Only a few Marines left.
Micro,
Oh,
micro,
loses one.
micro.
One more Banshee's trying to get out, but he's supply blocked.
Well, he's got 2 Banshees still.
And he's just gonna pull in and die.
He needs to snipe the tanks. Snipe the tanks. Oh yeah, this is. I mean,
That's it. He does have a second.
mules are good, but 25 workers just died.
Yeah. So 37 versus 13 workers killed.
I mean, these 2 Banshees moving across the map are gonna have to be the best Banshees that there have ever been.
There have to be like the J-Dong equivalent Mutas, right? Remember you see that one today?
Yep.
That's insane.
You should be able to deny this a little
Denied
bit here.
turret. That's pretty good.
Just
Can
pay
he catch
attention.
up?
Pay attention. Don't let that turret finish.
Yeah, it's almost there. He's doing some harassment. He's making the most out of it.
Yeah, there's another big doom drop coming here. I mean, there's
KriMiNaL
3 Banshees,
knows.
but none of them are at home, and there's
Yeah.
only 3 Marines.
Yeah, KriMiNaL knows. Ken isn't. Yeah, he just now starts the tank, so he couldn't multi. There's 3 Banshees. Wow.
Yep.
That's great.
Unfortunately, though, this drop is just going to end it. He drops the tank directly in the mineral line. There's been no response from Ken.
Yeah, he's gonna go home. Can't lift off either, because he'll just die anyway.
I mean, he does have his other base now, at least, and he's got a
Repair.
tank. He can siege up his tank. Siege.
Late siege.
Siege. There we go. No, he's losing his factory.
These are like low worker counts though for both of them. Even though KriMiNaL has crushed workers, it's 8 versus 19 earlier. You know, so it's not impossible with such low worker counts. But
So, I mean,
and
Ken's expanding to his 3rd.
he was better off doing a ninja expansion earlier than. Although
I
KriMiNaL
mean-
doesn't know about that expansion, the home base, the natural.
I don't really know how to describe this game now.
It's cause I don't know, man. I think KriMiNaL's like, you are weird. You keep bansheeing me, and so he's not. He's a little confused how to play it. So he's. But I like how he's just kind of like protecting his home and. Macroing still. I mean, if you look at the production, that doesn't stop for KriMiNaL even during the action.
Yep.
And with Ken, I noticed it stopped quite a bit.
Yep. Now Ken is rebuilding his factory, and he'll probably try to. I'm not actually sure what he's gonna try to do here.
Yeah, he finally adds a Viking. Those pesky drops, man.
Yeah, I mean, he just needs to. He needs to start building things, right? Like there's another big drop coming up here. Now, Ken actually is in a much better position here. Like, he's almost even in army supply at the moment. The worker count is most of the supply difference.
Yeah.
So he might be able to defend this if he's careful and watching and paying attention.
Yeah, it's coming from the right side now. Ken's all the way at the left. He doesn't really have map vision. This is a smart move by KriMiNaL, going all the way to the other side this time. Unfortunate for Ken, he doesn't really have a scouting marine or anything on the right side.
Yeah, I mean, Ken's in trouble. Like, he doesn't have the workers that he needs. He doesn't have the income that he needs.
This is a triple drop, doom drop.
Yeah, this is going to be a big drop. Ken needs to be paying attention here. He needs to pull his workers immediately. Okay, that's not terrible. His Banshees are coming out, cleaning this up. Okay.
Needs to repair this.
Needs repairing. There we go. Get his Marines in.
Needs
He's
to
not
repair
repairing.
that.
Oh god, he can't afford to lose that. He did actually kill all of that drop. Only a single Marine got out.
Yeah, maybe it's time for him to push out. But look at the army count: 48 versus 23.
Yep.
Oh, look at this Viking.
They
Unfortunately,
boost away.
it was shooting like the healthiest one, and then it
Yep.
starts shooting. Well, that's too bad. He's not paying attention. He could have killed at least those two, for sure.
Yeah, now at this
So,
point, Criminal's got to be going, okay, I killed his main, I killed his natural. Why is he still in this game?
well, that's pretty typical in our league. The players aren't great enough to know that they're dead, so they stay longer, right?
Yep. Now it does look like
So,
there is a counterattack here from Ken being prepared.
yeah,
Unfortunately,
but
does fly his Banshee directly into a missile turret.
yeah, this is not a scary counterattack. There's no tanks.
Yeah, I mean, this many Marines, this many medevacs, and a tank loading up for a huge Doom drop.
Yeah, drops have been the story of this game.
I mean, this is a big drop.
Oh yeah. And he's like, aha.
Yeah, Ken needs to just pump out units as hard and as fast as he can.
He needs like widow mines. He gets some lucky hits.
Yeah, I mean, he is finally rebuilding some tanks. The problem is, look at this, the split Doom drops.
Yes. Yeah, and even just one of them landing successfully will end this base. So he's gonna drop at home, draw Ken out, and then drop the other one and finish off Ken. These banshees are cool, but they're no
I like
match.
that he's target firing the tanks. That's actually a great move.
Yep.
Here's the siege up from the tank.
Ken has a tank.
But there's the drop now, of course, in the mineral line as well. The tank is dead.
Yep.
There's the game. A pretty decisive victory for KriMiNaL.
Yeah, I mean that was my prediction. He's just not as polished. Although Ken had a chance being Terran versus Terran. If he didn't get dropped twice, right?
Honestly, it all fell apart when he pulled his workers
SCVs.
to kill that Reaper and didn't put them
Exactly.
back on for like a solid minute.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
That was rough.
Yep.
Alright guys, well, we're going to drop the stream here for just a moment while we get loaded up for our next game, but we will be back very shortly, so stay tuned.